Hey girl, hey, it's Grace and you're watching Finally 50, where I am documenting my journey to becoming 50 and trying to be the best version of myself I could possibly be and inviting y'all to come with me. I'm standing outside today because it's just so warm and beautiful out here. Oh my god, I'm loving it. Back inside because today I have notes. Welcome to day 9. Today we're going to talk about 7 harsh truths that every woman over 50 learns too late, but we don't have to. Truth number 1, no one is coming to rescue you. This one hits really hard for me because I really truly did believe all of my life that someone was going to rescue me. Fully. The prince that climbs up the castle, defeats the giant, and pulls me out of my window after giving me a kiss and waking me up. Now, y'all know if we are nothing, we are products of the Disney fairy tale, us Gen X kids, man. But on a serious note, I do think us Gen Xers have been taught, like, if you just keep holding it together, someone will eventually come rescue us. And I think all of us women know by now the lie that we were taught, that some man was going to come be our knight in shining armor and literally sweep us off our feet, take care of everything, and be our all in all and make our whole life better is really a big fat lie. Is there an infinitesimal amount of women who have found that? I think some of us may know one. Maybe. The truth is, we have to become our own rescuer. That is something I really have worked hard at, y'all. The last, I think, 6 or 7 years, I got divorced in 2020. It's 2026. It was really sad for me. Now I'm even like about to start crying when I have dealt with this so many times. That's crazy. Maybe I'm gonna start my period because I'm legit emotional right now. But I think when I got married the second time, I was really like, this is the love of my life. This is what I've been waiting for. I think I did have a thought in my mind that he was going to rescue me. My second husband ended up being so super abusive and awful to me. It wasn't that he rescued me. He actually made my life so much worse, taking me all this time to recover from the PTSD he gave me just from being married to him. Ever since that divorce that finalized in 2020, I think the idea that I have to rescue myself is just becoming more and more and more ingrained, especially because I actually put myself out there and started trying to date again. And honestly, now I'm in a place where I can date and it's pain-free and it's fun. But it took me a long time to get there. And I think part of that was releasing the expectation that any of these men were ever going to rescue me. I only allow them to add to my life in ways that are safe for me because I can't blanket expect them to add to my life. You know what I'm saying? It was very painful for me as an older person. Once my mom died too, in 2023, and then I was fully orphaned because my dad had died in the early 2000s. And let me be clear, neither of my parents were ever real caretakers for me. My mom stopped being my caretaker when I was 10, but there was something about the finalization of both of them dying where I realized I have no husbands. I've been married twice. Those were deeply painful. I don't have that. I have to rescue myself. No one out here is going to advocate for my health or make sure that I'm getting my mammograms or my colonoscopies or whatever. I have to protect my peace because any man, at least, that I allow into my life is probably going to try to take it violently. Any plan for my life, no one is going to come into my life and say, hey, let me write out a plan for you. Let me make sure your life moves forward. No one is going to build a support system around me. I have to do all of that myself. And these are all realizations that I just had in the last 6 years. And there's part of me that's kind of ashamed to admit that. I cannot believe I am this emotional today. Like, what the hell? It is a little bit shameful for me to acknowledge that, but because I wish I could tell y'all that I learned these lessons in my 20s or in my 30s, but the fact that I didn't really learn them until my early 40s feels a little shameful. But it's never too late. I'm turning 50 this year, and that's the whole point of why I want to do this, is so that I could try to be the best version of myself. And I think the best version of myself is realizing that I am my own rescuer. And I do think the last 6 years of my life, I've been trying to prove that to myself over and over again and rescue myself over and over again. First way I did that was by leaving my abuser. Second truth that I think women our age learn way too late is that our health is our real wealth. You've probably done it yourself. We've all done it. Known a lot of women that spend most of their life taking care of everyone else, caretaking our kids, caretaking our parents, caretaking our grandchildren, and then not pouring into ourselves where our own health slowly disintegrates until we're very sick. Fatigue and stress turn into inflammation and high blood pressure. So I just really want to encourage you to take care of your health. Please prioritize it. When we were 30s and we're like, I'll take care of that later, maybe a year or two could go by and then we'd be like, oh, it's time to take care of that. But at this age, at 50, y'all, if I ignore something, it's like 2 weeks or a month later, my body's like, excuse me, ma'am. If you don't take care of this now, I will kill you in your sleep. Please sleep. Sleep is not optional, ladies. Make sure you're getting your movement. Make sure you're going to your doctor's appointments. And please, by all means, managing your stress is not a luxury. We are halfway to 100, y'all. And this body is all we have to be the vehicle to get us there. So please take care of it. Truth number 3, being nice is going to cost you too much. I will harp on this over and over again, but this whole idea of us not upsetting people and not having needs and not taking up space and trying to be nice to keep everybody happy, we all know that that turns into resentment, which turns into exhaustion and very inevitable anger. So please don't be nice for the sake of being nice. Please require boundaries of people. You loving yourself requires that you be honest with people, and that's not always going to feel nice to them. You loving yourself requires the maturity that it takes to enforce boundaries, and people are not going to think that's very nice of you. And let me be clear, people who benefit from you having no boundaries will call you selfish when you start enforcing yours. Let them, like Mel Robbins said. Truth number 4, love is not enough if there is no respect. Baby, this is for those of us who have perpetually stayed in relationships too long after they have fully drained us. No shame, no judgment, because I have been there several times. But here's what I'm not going to do going in my 50s is keep doing the same thing over and over again. Please just remember you can love someone deeply and still leave. Please remember you can love someone deeply and they can still not be safe for you. Please remember you can love someone deeply and they can still be disrespecting you. Please remember that you can love someone deeply, but if they are disrespecting you, it's going to slowly erode at your spirit. Choose relationships that feel good to your nervous system. Y'all, I do this with everybody. The only people who are not always good for my nervous system are my children, and that's because they're my children, and kids will just mess you up. We know the kids is gonna stress us out. Because I know that that's true, they're the only people in my life who are allowed to stress me out. I don't keep around girlfriends. I definitely don't date men who are not good for my nervous system. I don't have friends that I talk to casually or loosely. I literally just weed out people who are not good for my nervous system. Life is too short. Truth number 5, our time is our currency, and people will be happy to spend your currency for you, just like your money. I think over 50, a lot of us are starting to realize that we have given a lot of time to things that we shouldn't have. We wasted a lot of time, or we gave away a lot of time to people who didn't deserve it. And whether that was like jobs that undervalued you, a husband or a partner that undervalued you, or obligations you never agreed to but like got roped into, whether it was like planning something for your kids' school, or your sister baby daddy requiring you to plan a baby shower or something. Y'all know what I mean. Y'all know people be only calling us when they need something. So just a reminder that other people will use our time like it's unlimited. We have to protect it so fiercely. Just remember that if something is not adding to your life, it's draining it. And that's a good check. Before you say yes to something, ask yourself, is this going to drain me in a way that I will not be happy about later? Or is this going to add to my life? Because I do think there's some things we should do. Sometimes we should sacrifice for different things here and there. But when I look back, even in this last year, on what I sacrificed for, there are things I'm glad I sacrificed for. Things that I did for my children, for example. Things I did for my best friends. There's really nothing I can say I'm glad I sacrificed for a man. Because I didn't. I always ask myself, if this is a yes, am I saying yes because I really want to, or because I'm afraid I'm disappointing someone? And as a former people pleaser, I'm not doing that anymore. Not at 50, baby. Truth number 6, financial independence is not optional. It is safety. And this one I'm really working hard on. That's part of why I started this channel, is to open up another income stream and to take control of my finances, because I'm not where I want to be or need to be. I've had so many setbacks, and I'm assuming a lot of y'all had too. Life be lifing, and the way America is set up where I live, it's not set up for people who are not upper middle class, period. But what I know now is that money is not just money. It's freedom, it's safety, it's options. And for those of us who are single out here in these streets and don't have parents around or don't have any fallback plan, absolutely mandatory. And I was in my second marriage where I was abused longer than I wanted to be because I was stuck financially, and that sucked ass. So no matter what you need to do, whether it's starting a YouTube channel, rebuilding your credit, learning to budget, learning how to do a new skill, taking on some coaching, going to drive for DoorDash, like I said, I've been doing all of that. Start wherever you are. No matter what it is, just start something. And finally, this is something else I live by. Number 7, the biggest regrets are often not what you did, it's what you didn't do because you were afraid. This one really gets me emotional in a prideful way because I have tried so hard. I would say probably in the last decade of my life to be sure that I'm doing things that I'm afraid of. Because I know intuitively those are probably going to be the things that pay off, that make me feel really good, that make me feel like I'm doing something with my life. I'm happy about the direction my life is taking. And I know that when I've like played small, been too afraid, waited until I was ready or till someone else approved or till I was in this specific spot or this specific spot, those are the things I regret. So yes, I have grabbed the bull by the horns in a lot of areas of my life, but there's some, like for example, writing a second book. I did self-publish a memoir called Grace Actually, Memoirs of Love, Faith, Loss, and Black Womanhood. And I wanted to do a follow-up for that book, and it's been several years now, and I haven't, and that's a regret of mine. But I still have time. I was really scared to start my podcast, but I started it because I wanted to do something that felt like is truly me. You're allowed to reinvent yourself. You're allowed to start over. It's never too late. There's so many channels on YouTube in this genre, in this niche for 50 and over and 60 and over, because there's so many people that are like, I'm not giving up on myself. I'm gonna do this. It's not too late. It's only too late if you never start. So those are my 7 harsh truths I think all of us women over 50 should know, said with love, of course. I'm curious which ones hit you the hardest and which one are you ready to change starting today? Drop it in the comments. And if you want more honest conversations about leveling up at 50 and over, please subscribe. Give me a like and share it with someone else in your age range. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.